Hi, this is Dennis Gage. Thanks for tuning in to My Classic Car, home of the certified car nut. Today we're at the 11th annual Peach State Fun Ford Weekend at the Atlanta Dragway here in Commerce, Georgia. If you're into muscle Mustangs and fast Fords, then this is the event for you. This weekend is packed with horsepower, with 10 classes of racing, including everything from fast Falcons to some extremely hot Pro 5.0s. It's pretty amazing with what they're doing with some of the new mod motors too. Joining me now is Scott Hogue from Ford's Team Mustang. Scott, how you doing?
Morning, Dennis. Great, thank you.
Man, I'm surrounded by Fords. Powerful Fords.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
You know, these are very important events to us at Ford. It's an opportunity for us to come connect with the customer. It's easy to get lost in the 10, 12-hour days in Dearborn, Michigan and forget what it's really about.
Because this is what it's about, isn't it?
This is what it's about right here. This is like our Ford family reunion. Love to be here.
Now, Ford's been back in this Fun Ford series for some time now, right?
Yep. For the last 3 years, Ford has been the primary sponsor, throwing some money, a lot of money, some parts, and stimulating some excitement. And these guys are some real solid, hardcore engineers, and they produce some awesome things with these cars.
Well, they are. It's the grassroots racing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
But it's not just racing here. There's a little bit of everything, as long as it's got the blue oval. I mean, there's a car show out there with T-buckets and 40 Fords and some trucks, and you know, and then of course everybody's up and down the strip.
Absolutely. Some beautiful examples here. Some spectacular.
Now, there's some pretty cool classes of racing. One is this True Street. What all happens there?
True Street is just a neat class. How it works is we run a 30-mile cruise on the street. It's police escorted, so we all behave.
That's very important.
And we come back to the track, and that's where we all let it hang out. And we make 3 passes on the track, and based on the categories of time, we select the winners.
Man, well, you know, I brought a helmet with me. You don't have a spare bullet, do you?
Actually, we did bring one of our engineering cars if you'd be interested.
Would I be interested?
Let's do it.
These Fun Ford weekends are absolutely a blast. And the great thing is that they're held at 11 different locations all around the U.S. Fun Ford weekends have drag racing, tons of parts vendors, and a first-class car show with several fantastic Fords on display. Well, Tim, I know this is a high-performance drag racing event and everything, but in this car show, this just slayed me. This 1950, it's a Tutor Deluxe, right?
That's correct.
Boy, it's a beautiful car, but the story is great too. I mean, this was what, your dad's first car?
First brand new car that he ever bought in his life. And he almost got rid of it in 1965, 66. And I traded him a 59 Ford that I was using to go to college and said, Dad, I want the 50. I want to restore it. And that was the first restoration it went through. And then it spent about 8 years going to the University of South Carolina between myself and my brother. In fact, we had fender skirts on it then.
Now, it's a 6-cylinder car, right?
6-cylinder, which is a little unusual for that,
well, let's open it up.
that age.
Why does it have a 6?
The 6, Ford had developed it, I guess, back in the war, this inline 6, and then had difficulty selling them, so they reduced the price on them. And my dad, being a little Scotch, went
for it, right?
He ordered this car special so that he could get the 6-cylinder and a special price on it.
Man, interesting color too. Is it what is it?
This is called Palisades Green, I believe.
Palisades Green, I think
and
that's
this is the original color of it.
Man, now you've got a beautiful interior in it, and this is, I mean, you've restored it to stock, right?
This is as close to the original interior as we could get. In fact, the interior upholstery was still on the seats, down underneath about 3 levels of seat covers that had been put on it. And so we were able to match the material almost exactly here.
So it's a 3 on the tree.
It's 3 on the tree with overdrive.
Oh, with overdrive.
Which is, you know, my dad's real Scotch, and he really thought that was a cool idea of the overdrive. And we really enjoyed it as we were driving growing up, because my brother and I would shift into overdrive in 2nd gear and act like it was a 4-speed.
Well, you know, the lines on this car, I've always liked this vintage Ford, and you know, the kind of flat back here and the horizontal tail lights. You know, it's a great car. I'm glad you drove it here.
Great to meet you, and thank you for the opportunity to show it to you today.
Neat story.
All right.
Thanks a lot, man. That is cool. Check out this custom 62 F100 truck. I just love the color scheme of vanilla shake, light aqua, and a deep rose accent. It has a killer interior, and wait till you see this engine. Ain't no 6-banger here.
This was a 6-cylinder truck, but we've incorporated a 89 model 302 fuel injection.
Wow. Man, that is beautiful. It actually looks like it belongs there, doesn't it? That is gorgeous. Now, and you do drive it, right?
Yes, it is driven.
Now, I got to believe it gets looks wherever it goes.
We've got quite a bit of attention. We won Truck of the Year, 61 to 66 class at the Super Nationals, the F100 in Pigeon Forge last year. It was first time out. We've also won top 5 at Good Guys in Charlotte.
Well, it deserves it. It is absolutely beautiful. And since you drive it, maybe we can go for a cruise later or something?
Yes, sir. We sure can. Be glad to take Dennis for a ride.
Nice work, Phil. She's a beauty.
Thank you.
This 1955 Chevy Bel Air has had a complete frame-off restoration in a record-breaking time of 4.5 months. Dave Weary and his 2 buddies worked on this accelerated pace restoration and managed to remain friends throughout the entire project. Well, today we're in Norwalk, Ohio, and as you might hear, just a stone's throw from Norwalk Raceway. But I'm with Dave Weary. Dave, welcome to the show.
Dennis, thank you.
And this gorgeous 55 Chev Bel Air. This is a beautiful car, Dave. Nice job on it, and quite a revolutionary change from the earlier 50s Chevs.
Yes, Dennis, there's many changes on the 55. You had the 8-crate grille and a lot of stainless in here with the Bel Air package.
Now, a lot of them, this is a Bel Air, which was the top of the line. They went 150, 210, and then the Bel Air, which was, that was the car to have.
Top of the line.
Yeah. 2-tone paint job, Neptune green, and
Shoreline beige.
oh, isn't that nice? Yes. Well, there are all sorts of things that came with the Bel Air package. I guess the beautiful wheel covers.
Full wheel covers.
With the little bow ties. I like that. Very nice.
And then you had the factory option with the stone guards and the rocker panel molding. You had it was an option with the nail guards.
Oh, at the handle, so you can scratch it up. And I guess all the stainless trim. And this is all stainless, not chrome, right?
Exactly. Polishes up very nicely.
And how about the paint in the spear?
That was just your basic white was in the spear.
Now, the back windows only went this far down, right?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? And in 55, you still fueled at the rear quarter.
Correct.
Your fuel door, but this was an option, the trim, right? Yes?
Correct. This was an option you could put on any 55.
And then how about the skirts?
Skirts, factory option.
Now, this is a V8 car, I can tell.
Yes.
Because it's got this kind of subtle symbol here. That was the only V8 designation, though, right?
Correct. First year for the V8, so they wanted to distinguish it some way, and they put the little emblems under each taillight.
But it's only a single exhaust car.
Correct. It only has a 2-barrel, Dennis, so they went with the single exhaust on the 2-barrel, dual exhaust on the 4-barrel, and they put the gas line on the outside of the frame rail.
So actually different between 2-barrel and 4-barrel, huh?
Correct.
Well, can you pop the trunk? I'd
Sure.
love to have a look at that 55 trunk. Oh, you even got your BF Goodrich Silvertown there.
Right down to it. It's
Boy.
correct in every way.
And the mat too, that's a rubber mat or something?
Correct. Rubber mat for 55 in the trunk. Then your jack stored beside your spare with your instructions on the side.
Well, close it up. Let's have a look at the interior. Because with Bel Air, you also got an upgrade in the interior, right?
Correct. You got what they called an imitation leather, Dennis, with the deluxe fabric here. This had the factory push-button radio and the electric over wind-up clock.
Oh, the one that would buzz at you every once in a while?
Yes.
Did its trick?
Correct. And then on the Bel Air, you had the molded-in armrests on the front, standard armrests in the back on the sedan.
Now, that silver piece, is that a tissue dispenser?
Yes, it is, Dennis. It tilts out for convenience.
Oh, isn't that nice? All the comforts. Well, first year for the V8, 265, right?
Correct.
Let's have a look at it.
All right.
Oh, that's beautiful. I bet that engine created quite a stir when it hit the market, didn't it?
Yes, it did. That changed the whole industry. This engine has no oil filter, Dennis. 55, they did not put it on.
You just have to change the oil?
Right. It was a factory option. You could get a 6-cylinder oil filter, which mounted up here underneath your housing here, but it was messy to change.
Yeah, I bet. Now, you were saying there's an awful lot of original components on here that you wouldn't expect. This generator is original to the car.
All the components on the engine are original to the car, Dennis. They were all made between November 1st and November 14th of 1954.
So things like the generator, the start, what else?
Water pump.
The water pump's original?
Carburetor.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now this is beautiful. I mean, the restoration is so meticulous. I mean, are you a hardcore original guy?
No, Dennis, I'm a hot rodder at heart. friend of mine had this car, and it was agreed upon when I purchased the car that I would put it back to original.
Must have taken some restraint.
Yes, did. Very much so.
But it's beautiful, and did your friend get to see it when it was done?
He put the first mile on it with me.
Is that right?
Yes. It was an emotional day. It was nice because we trailered it down. In fact, we didn't even want to drive it that day. We trailered it down, and he came out of the house, and we surprised him and went for a ride.
That must have been a special day.
It was.
Well, you know, this is a special day.
Yes.
We're here, it's beautiful. Let's go for a ride.
Let's go.
All right. The Ohio countryside was the perfect place to take this award-winning Chevy for a drive. Now, you know, when you were tearing this thing apart, I mean, did you find all the codes? And I mean, had this thing been hacked on or not?
Dennis, it's all original to the car. When we took the body off the frame, there was some information that I read about a serial number of the car being right underneath the floorboard on the driver's side. So as we took the steel wool and the aircraft stripper, we were stripping the frame down. I found the serial number, and then a foot back from it, I found it again, and it was as legible as the day it was made.
And it all matches the numbers up?
All matches the number on the pillar.
Man.
On the driver's side.
So you took this whole thing down by hand?
By hand. Aircraft stripper and steel wool. Every piece.
That's a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
Did you rebuild the engine?
Yes, I did. I took the engine home from the shop. 55 has a special cam in it. It has a special lobe on the rear for the oiling's different on the 55. I ordered a new cam, put a new cam and lifters in it, timing chain. I mic'd everything, and it had been bored 40 over at one time. There's so much literature today on the 55, 56, 57 Chevy, and so many parts available that it almost makes it a pleasure to do them.
So then you took it in pieces, more or less, and then launched into this labor of love restoration.
4.5 months.
That's awfully fast.
Yes, it is. That's vacations, weekends, holidays, and an understanding spouse.
As you may have guessed, this car has won numerous awards. However, Dave says the biggest reward has been the friends he's made along the way and the smiles this car puts on people's faces.